Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you are new, thanks for stopping by. In today's video, we have a get it all done Saturday morning routine where we will clean, cook breakfast, and then get ready for the rest of our day. In today's video, we didn't have anything planned for this Saturday, so we'll be moving on to cooking dinner for this evening. Please stay tuned and enjoy the video and get tons of motivation. For those who do not know me, I want to take this time to introduce myself. My name is Kelly. I'm a mother to 3 beautiful daughters. I have a set of twins who are 18 years old and a younger daughter who is 12. I am also married to my wonderful husband of 6 years, although we've been together for 13. I make YouTube videos to cover anything from home decor, clean with me's, fashion, makeup, pretty much anything and everything mom and home life. So if you're interested in any of that, please consider joining our family and leave us a comment and like below. So this time we actually started our cleaning on a Friday night. This is just after dinner, right before bed. I had to clean the kitchen. It was just too messy or too junky. There were things all over the island. We have a large island. However, it is a gift and a curse because it becomes our catch-all for everything. So it's hard to keep it clean sometimes. So tonight I'm just going to kind of straighten up the kitchen before starting tomorrow morning, or just to get a head start. So today, the first thing I'm going to do is start off with making breakfast. The kids are upstairs doing their chores, and my husband is in the backyard doing his chores, or whatever it is he's doing back there. He does have to work a wedding tonight, or DJ a wedding tonight, so we're going to go ahead and get breakfast out the way so that he can eat before he leaves this early afternoon. Today I opted for a fairly easy breakfast. We're just going to do a spinach, pepper, and onion omelet with grits and a side of turkey bacon and pork bacon. While I was adding water to the pot, I noticed that my new plant that I had just purchased looks really dry, so I'm going to go ahead and water it while it's on my mind. I know y'all wondering why I have my nose in this bacon bag, but I had it in the refrigerator because I didn't use it all from the last one. But I'm so funny when it comes to bacon or any leftover meat that sits in the refrigerator. So I was just trying to make sure that it was still good and not spoiled. I personally like cream of wheat better than grits, but my family cannot stand cream of wheat, so I opted to make something that they will eat. I'll eat grits as well. I'll just make it the same way that I make my cream of wheat with milk, butter, sugar, and a tad bit of salt. So the taste is very similar, it's just the texture that's different. Before I make my turkey bacon, I do use 2 teaspoons of oil in the pan. I know some may say that defeats the purpose, but it keeps the bacon from drying out for me, and it just gives it a better crunch and keeps it from being like that leather texture. So this is how I make my turkey bacon. Sorry, not sorry. If you're wondering, you will not see me put any salt in here while I'm putting the milk, butter, and sugar in, and that's because I added the salt to the water for it to boil. So I do not put any extra salt in the water, it's already flavored from earlier. Here's our finished product. We have our omelet, our turkey bacon grits, and some fresh fruit.
See ya. What you putting in your video?
Mm-hmm.
I'm cleaning my baby's on their way to work. See you, buddy.
Love you. So now that breakfast is finished, I'm going to go back and straighten the kitchen up. What I didn't show was me going through the refrigerator and basically pulling out our produce that is pretty much expired or old. So these containers had like our strawberries, a few cucumbers, things like that. So I washed them out and I'm getting ready to dry them and put them back up. So the two fixtures I just had in my hands are actually table torches. Unlike the tiki torch or the ones that go onto the ground, these ones sit on the table. They're the citronella bug repellent torches. So I got 2 of those, wanted to try those out from At Home. That's my favorite, well not my favorite, but one of my favorite stores to shop for home decor. So I found those 2 items, purchased them, and we're going to give them a try out today just to see how they work. If you're wondering what's in my spray bottle, I just use the Lysol. So I purchased the bulk bottle from either Sam's or Walmart, and then when I get home I just break it down into these spray bottles. So I use Lysol all over the kitchen and the bathrooms, and sometimes, you know, I'll switch it out with the vinegar mixture, but today I'm just using the Lysol. So for the stove and the microwave, I will go through and clean and disinfect with the Lysol and then shine it back up with the Windex. Again, I do buy a bulk bottle of Windex from Sam's or Walmart as well, and then break it down into a bottle that I have here at home. So that's my process for cleaning the microwave and the stove. You'll also see me throw in a wet rag into the microwave. I'll steam it for about 30 seconds before I actually go in to clean it. And again, that's just to break up all the stuck on gunk and food, whatever's in there. Makes it easier to clean, so that's why I do that. That's an old trick that I received or got from my mother way back when. So I definitely needed to clean the outside of this window. There had been something there for quite some time, and every time I look at it, I say I need to clean it. So today I finally opened up the window, flipped it in, and then got rid of that stain or mark, whatever it was that had been driving me crazy. Now that I'm moving into the living room, there's never really too much to do in here. This is one area where I do stay on the girls about keeping clean. So the most I have to do would be dust and wipe down the table, vacuum or something like that. I do not like for this room to get cluttered and filthy, so we rarely have too much of anything going on in here. So we've been in our home for just about 2 years now, and for the most part we've finished decorating most of the home. However, on this wall we are still missing some sort of artwork. I've made up in my mind what I've wanted, I've just not found it in stores or online yet. So I either need to buckle down and get something or make exactly what I want. Okay, let's get into the ingredients for the lasagna that we're going to make today. I do use 3 meats. We have the pork sausage by Jimmy Dean. We also have pork kibasi. And then I also use a ground turkey, which I sometimes substitute that for ground chicken. Moving on to the pasta. Then I also use 3 types of cheese. I have the ricotta, the cottage, and then the cream cheese that will go into my cheese mixture that I will layer in the lasagna. And then I will also use 3 different types of cheese for layering or to top off the lasagna. Italian cheese, mozzarella, and then provolone. Also, I have my Prego, garden chunky, tomatoes, onion, and garlic. And then in the back, I didn't show, but you can see I have spinach and corn. I always start with boiling the pasta, adding a little salt to the water, and then moving on to browning the meat. So in one pan, I will put the ground turkey, the pork sausage, and then I will cut up the kielbasa and put that into a pan to brown. So my dad taught me how to make lasagna many moons ago, and since then I've put a twist on his recipe. For instance, adding corn and spinach. These are 2 vegetables that I really enjoy cooking with, and my family likes as well. So I added it into my recipe. Also, adding the cream cheese to the ricotta and cottage cheese just gives it a more creamier or rich base, and it also makes a difference when making lasagna. They can always tell when I do not add the cream cheese to the cheese mixture. You can also substitute the meat in this recipe. I used to only make it with turkey products, turkey Italian sausage, ground turkey obviously, and then turkey kibasi, but I've since gotten away from that. But it's still just as good if you were to switch it out to a meat of your preference. Now that my water is boiling, it is time to add the pasta, and I do kind of crisscross them because I do not add oil to my water and I don't want them to stick. So this is my method of crisscrossing them so we don't have that problem, and it works just fine every time. This is a lazy lasagna. I'm actually cooking everything in one pot for the most part. So now I'm going to take the time to add the spinach, let that cook down into the meat as well. And then I'll add corn, and I normally add mushrooms as well, but we didn't have any, so skip the mushrooms today. But again, this is a lazy pot lasagna or lazy lasagna. So everything's in one pot. It'll still turn out just as good. It just won't be the separate or individual layers like I normally do. Okay, so now it's time to layer. So generally when I'm layering, I start off with the meat, then I move into the veggies, add the cheese sauce, and then last sprinkle or layer the cheese slices on top. However, again, with this being a lazy lasagna, everything is pretty much already all together, so there's only going to be just a few layers. You can play with the layering as you please. There is no certain rhyme or reason to this. Just kind of go with the flow. I do like a cheesy lasagna, so you will see me putting or trying to put cheese slices on every nook and cranny of this lasagna. Alright, so before we throw it in the oven, we're just going to top it off with some Italian seasoning and of course some more garlic. I cannot help it, I love garlic. So to go into the oven for about 30 minutes or just until it's golden brown on the top and all the cheese have melted. Okay, so while that's in the oven, I'm going to take this time to clean the kitchen back up. I have my trash bag and I'm just going to run through and get everything in there and put the dishes in the sink so that I can hand wash those. So I know many of you are probably like me and grew up in a household with your mother or your grandmother saying you cannot clean in a dirty kitchen, and they were absolutely right. I get so much anxiety if I try to even think about cooking in a dirty kitchen. So most of the time, if it's not clean, I will clean the kitchen, cook, and then clean it back up.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
If you're still here watching the video, I want to give a huge shout out to you. I really appreciate you tuning in. Please like and comment on the video below. And if you've enjoyed it, please consider subscribing and joining our family. I post videos every Sunday, so if you're looking for any cleaning motivation, any decor inspiration, or just following along with all things mom and home, please be sure to hit that notification bell so you do not miss any of my uploads.